Jenna Ortega ruined her face. Bro, what is with these celebrities getting these weird plastic surgery procedures on their face, bro? Like, they genuinely be looking good. Y'all been seeing this new skeleton face style that women and guys have been doing? Like, what's up with that? It doesn't look good. People hop on these trends aesthetically and then do permanent damage to their face. It doesn't.
Jenna Ortega showed up to the Wednesday Season 2 premiere looking like she had just walked straight out of Tim Burton's sketchbook, and instead of people losing their minds over the fashion moment, the internet did what the internet does best, turned her face into a trending debate. She was in this dramatic floor-length black gown, all gothic glam with leather accents and a neckline that had everyone gagging. Her brows were bleached, her eyes smoky, her hair messy in that "I woke up like this, but make it couture" way, and honestly, she was serving Wednesday Addams without even trying. But instead of applause, the trolls sharpened their claws and went full CSI on her cheekbones. Like, imagine showing up to your own premiere and instead of people talking about the Dior dress, they're zooming into your face like it's a biology textbook. Within hours, whole TikToks popped up side-by-siding her 2024 look with now, pointing at every angle of her face as if they had uncovered a hidden scandal. The big theory? Buccal fat removal. And suddenly everyone online became overnight experts in cosmetic surgery. People were throwing around words like permanent and irreversible as if they'd been to med school, dissecting her cheeks in slow motion like this was some high-stakes investigation. The comments were wild. Some trolls swore she was unrecognizable, others joked she looked like a PlayStation 1 character, and one person even dragged her into a Michael Jackson Thriller comparison, like, how is that even the first thing that comes to mind? And it didn't stop at jokes, things turned mean fast. People wrote that she looked starved or sick, saying her hollowed cheeks reminded them of someone malnourished. Cruel, right? And let's not forget, she's 22. 22. But apparently, the internet thinks it's open season on a young woman's face. What makes it extra messy is that even the people who tried to defend her ended up spreading the rumor further. Some wrote things like, "It's cool to change it up, she can always go back later." Which makes zero sense because you can't go back later. Buccal fat removal isn't like trying on a new lipstick shade, it's permanent. But that didn't stop people from acting like they were on botch doing consultations from their keyboards. And of course, the double standard was glaring.
Different when you go from 15 into adulthood. So it's really hard to judge.
I'm so excited to be announcing that I am the new Rouge Dior ambassador.
Beautiful. One more time, yeah. Nice. Gorgeous.
Thank you.
Maybe 15 years old, it varies for a lot of people, and you look really different when you go from 15 into adulthood. So it's really hard to judge from these photos. You can't actually say that she's had any plastic surgery done. She could have had weight loss. If she had buccal fat pad removal, it could present itself as an indication like you can see in this photo. There's also a lot of lighting differences. Halo makeup on, there's a stark contrast with the lipstick and the eyeshadow, so there's clearly a lot of other things going on here to make her look more gothic and shadowy in the other picture versus the 15-year-old bright, camera straight.
I'm Jenna Ortega.
Nice.
I'm so excited to be announcing that I am the new Rouge Dior ambassador.
Beautiful. One more time, yeah. Nice. Gorgeous there to start.
This is the video set. Come on, this is what it feels like, a heightened version of what you would expect carpets and glamour and fashion to be. So it's been fun.
Male celebrities can show up looking refreshed, with their jawlines suspiciously sharper or their faces suspiciously smoother, and it's brushed off as aging well or looking healthy. Nobody is dissecting The Rock's jaw or Zac Efron's cheeks with the same intensity, but Jenna bleaches her brows and steps out with a dramatic look, and suddenly she's accused of ruining her natural beauty and booked by the internet for surgery she's never even admitted to. The way the whole thing spiraled was unreal. Threads popped up dissecting her face like it was a group assignment. TikTokers were slowing down red carpet clips frame by frame like they were studying evidence for a trial. The premiere that should have been about celebrating her career became a spectacle where every cheekbone angle was up for public judgment, and the silence from people around her just made it all the more brutal. Jenna Ortega is living proof that no matter what you do, the internet will find a way to flip it against you. If she keeps her style consistent, the comments are brutal. People call her a safe, basic, or mid, as if maintaining a signature look is some sort of crime. But the second she dares to experiment or take a risk, suddenly the narrative changes completely. Now she's sick, unrecognizable, or destroying her natural beauty. It's like she's trapped in this rigged game where every move is wrong, and people are waiting in the wings, ready to pounce. The premiere of Wednesday Season 2 was a perfect example. She arrived in that dramatic black Dior gown that looked like it was tailor-made for her, complete with leather details, a plunging neckline, bleached brows, smoky eyes, and her raven hair styled in that perfectly messy goth way. For a moment, it felt like everyone agreed she was serving. Cameras were flashing, Dior was glowing, fans were hyping her up on socials, she was the star of the night. But within hours, the applause turned into nitpicking. The conversation shifted away from the look itself, away from her career and the premiere, and straight into a frenzy about her face. Suddenly, she wasn't a slaying anymore, she was a trending joke. People were making memes, tossing around backhanded comparisons, and turning what should have been a celebratory moment into something cruel. The switch-up was so fast it felt like whiplash. And then came Dior's campaign. This was supposed to be the redemption arc, the narrative shift. Here was Jenna, officially the face of Dior beauty, photographed in sequined gowns, rocking bold lipsticks, channeling old-school Hollywood glamour with a modern edge. This wasn't just another job, this was Dior putting her on the level of international icons. For a Latina actress from a Netflix breakout to step into a campaign of that caliber should have been a universal win. But instead of celebrating her achievement, the same tired face rumors followed her there too.
Really different when you go from 15 into adulthood. So it's really hard to judge.
I'm Jenna Ortega. I'm so excited to be announcing that I am the new Rouge Dior ambassador.
Beautiful. One more time, yeah. Nice. Gorgeous.
Thank you.
Maybe 15 years old, it varies for a lot of people, and you look really different when you go from 15 into adulthood. So it's really hard to judge from these photos. You can't actually say that she's had any plastic surgery done. She could have had weight loss. If she had buccal fat pad removal, it could present itself as an imitation like you can see in this photo. There's also a lot of lighting differences. Halo makeup on, there's a stark contrast with the lipstick and the eyeshadow, so there's clearly a lot of other things going on here to make her look more gothic and shadowy in the other picture versus the 15-year-old bright, camera straight.
Jenna Ortega ruined her face. Bro, what is with these celebrities getting these weird plastic surgery procedures on their face, bro? Like, they genuinely be looking good. Y'all been seeing this new skeleton face style that women and guys have been doing? Like, what's up with that? It doesn't look good. People hop on these trends aesthetically and then do permanent damage to their face. It doesn't.
Fans flooded Dior's posts with love, calling her radiant, iconic, and proof that she's cementing her place in the fashion world. But trolls? They dragged it back to the same old narrative. People were comparing her glossy campaign shots to raw paparazzi candids, acting like the difference between luxury campaign photography, with lighting, angles, retouching, and styling, and red carpet flashes was some kind of smoking gun. Instead of acknowledging that professional shoots are designed to make anyone look flawless, they spun it into a "what's wrong with her face" debate, recycling the same accusations they'd been hurling since the premiere. Even the behind-the-scenes clips couldn't escape. Dior released footage of Jenna laughing, smiling, and looking relaxed in her natural element, showing that she wasn't just a mannequin but an actual young woman having fun on set. Her real fans loved it, praising her charm and authenticity, saying it proved she could be both relatable and glamorous. But once those clips made their way into gossip forums, they were weaponized. People slowed them down, screenshotted her angles, and reignited the cheekbone autopsy commentary like they were studying her under a microscope. Instead of enjoying her moment, the internet found new ways to make it about her face again. And the hypocrisy? It's impossible to ignore. For years, Jenna was praised as the natural one in Hollywood, someone who hadn't fallen into filler rumors or endless surgery chatter. That was part of her appeal, her authenticity, her talent, her refusal to play into certain industry expectations. People held her up as a symbol of natural beauty. Now those same people are tearing her down, essentially admitting they only liked her because she fit into their version of a natural. The second she didn't, the admiration crumbled. That's not real support, that's ownership disguised as praise. It's like saying, we liked you because you looked the way we wanted you to, not because of who you actually are. Through all of this, Jenna has stayed silent. No clapbacks on Twitter, no passive-aggressive Instagram captions, no interviews defending herself. Nothing. And that silence, in its own way, is powerful. It sends the message that she refuses to dignify the noise, that she's too focused on her work to waste time arguing with strangers online. But the silence doesn't stop the obsession. If anything, it fuels it. Because every time she steps onto another red carpet or shows up in a new campaign, the same recycled, what happened to her face, comments resurface like clockwork. At this point, it's less about Jenna Ortega as a person and more about Jenna Ortega as a projection. The internet isn't seeing her for who she is, an actress, a Dior muse, a rising star. They're seeing her as an object to critique, a character they can pick apart, a public property they feel entitled to dissect. And that's where the creepy part really settles in. She's not being admired or supported, she's being consumed. And that's the tea for today, babes. Jenna Ortega can't even breathe without the internet turning it into a scandal. But what do you think? Are people just being messy, or is there actually more to this story? Drop your thoughts down below, don't forget to hit like, smash that subscribe button, and turn on the bell so you never miss the next deep dive. Until then, stay tuned, stay shady, and I'll catch you in the next one.
Whatevs.